If living in California wasn't bad enough, even Fannie Mae is lures to move to Alabama. I mean, I don't blame them. I understand. And from the global perspective, it's a little unfair. And on the California side, it's a little jaded. But the funny thing is, this is almost like a Daily Show episode right here, where they're just talking about how woke San Francisco is. Congratulations to Alabama. I mean, it's a corporation and they have to do what's financially sound and smart for their business and stakeholders, right? When rent goes up too much in a certain area, it makes sense to move out. When taxes go up too high in that area, it makes sense to move out. It's just a course of life. And that goes to say that there's a perfectly valid reason to live in San Francisco or San Jose because of the job. I get it. But I heard a long time ago, there was a song, and I want to say it was in the 1980s. It was a solemn song, and it said, move to New York, but leave before you lose your soul. And that's very true because New York back then was a crazy, fun, exciting place, but you got caught up in the sex, drugs, rock and roll, money, fame, fortune, everything. And sometimes you just lost who you were. And that's, I think, where California is today. Not all of it, a good portion of it. I know a lot of Muslims and a lot of them are great, amazing, loving, caring, peaceful people. I'm here to tell you that Fannie Mae is getting the hell out of San Francisco and moving to Alabama. Said Senator Katie Britt. Alabama press release will not only boost economic growth for our state, but will also contribute to meeting housing family needs across the country. As an early Christmas present to the great people of Alabama, woke California will save taxpayers money and inject opportunity to. So, the last couple of years, that little acronym FAFO has come out, and California needs to stop overtaxing, overburdening, over bureaucratizing and trying to, California's trying to act like that very controlling, manipulative spout. And when that happens, it's time to get the F out. Surging gold demand could signal shift in global financial order. Foreign central banks have been leading the charge for the first time in nearly 30 years. Treasury bonds. So could we be stockpiling gold? Absolutely. For many countries, the answer is no, and the action will be swift. From forcing trend, 300 billion in Russian central bank reserves, the moves. So I think we're going to see a spike in gold again. That's all I'm saying. Pull your money out of government certs, put them into gold. Silver's already doing it. It's just natural for that to happen for gold. Last Gatos house of the week, Bainter Ave. This one is $2.5 million. Wish it was my listing. 4 and 2, 1,478 on 43560 is an acre. Let me bring this up so you can see that. This one right here, Bainter Drive, $2.5 million. I have a feeling, I have a sneaking suspicion that this is in the fire zone because look how close you are to the forested area. Might be flat, but it's been on market 183 days. They've dropped it a whopping $74,000. There's one car garage. Here's the thing. Nobody's going to buy a house at a premium price. Look, an acre, you could build a lot, right? You could probably put a $10 million house on there. But this thing's been around for 6 months. Nobody's buying it for that price. Look at the condition. Can I even live in it? What they're hoping for is somebody buys it for the land, which is really $1.5 to $2 million. And then they put $2 or $3 million on and put a big old mansion on it. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is when you live in Los Gatos. $2.5 million is pretty greedy. That's my thought. I did have price reductions, but that one has gone over my max, so I have to use something else. So I'll do that next week. Highest sold price. Let's do this real quick. We're going to do this. And since I can't record live, bring that over here. We'll do that. And client full. All right, let's take a look at this. Most expensive house sold is Sunset Drive. And then the least expensive is 47. Copy. Client page. There we go. Most expensive house in Santa Clara County sold this week. Sold for a whopping, oh no, that's not it. That's the highest sold price, $19 million in Los Altos. There you go. And then lowest cost house in Santa Clara County, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. Not sure why anybody would have ever built back in the 20s and 1 bedroom, 1 bath outside of the fact that it's 100 years old. That's not so bad looking. Let's take a look inside. Maybe it was updated. I don't know. It's 100 years old. What do you expect? It also sold for less than asking price. And then the highest list price to sales price, $500,000 sold for $751 in 12 days. Guys, that's how you do it, right? Front of home, inside property behind. There you go. Lowest list price to sales price ratio is Pickford in 95127 in Alum Rock. 5-bedroom, 3-bath. That's a great deal for a 5-bedroom, 3-bath. Built in 1937. Let's go look inside. Wow, unit 1, unit 2. So it's not actually a single family house. Probably an ADU back there. They converted a garage into an ADU, thinking out loud because I didn't read. Well, that's good. No floor plan. That's great. Okay, well, there you go. And then there's the numbers right here. We have 153 price reductions out of 684 homes. On average, Santa Clara this year has had 1,079 homes. I told you we need to be about 2,000 homes to make it viable, to make it a balanced market. But we're just not doing that. We're not anywhere close. That's why prices aren't really collapsing right now. Sellers are being stubborn. Buyers are being picky. So we don't have a lot of interface going on. And yesterday I told you that we had San Jose year to date. This is yesterday's numbers. Last year we had 4,200. We have just a few days left. I don't think we're going to get 200 homes sold in the next week. Year to date, Santa Clara County, we have 7,700. Last year we had almost 8,250. I don't think we're going to have a 500 single family sale deficit. It's been such a difficult year for a lot of us. And 22.3% of the homes have been reduced in price. Those homes that sell fast, they sell fast because they're listed under the value and they attract the market. Those houses at 23% right there, they're overpriced. And yep, that's it. Nobody's going to buy